The Oura Ring 5 just released and we got in on the pre-order, so we're gonna go ahead and do a quick unboxing. Before we get into the ring itself, let's take a look at the sizing kit. So it's important to know that this new sizing kit is actually different from the Gen 4. So if you're considering the Oura Ring Gen 5, you should absolutely get the new sizing kit. And with the Generation 4, my perfect size was a size 10, which you can see for Generation 5 is a little bit too small and snug for my finger. And instead, the slightly bigger size 11 seems to be the perfect fit for me. So definitely make sure you get yourself a sizing kit before ordering a Generation 5, even if you've already been fit for a previous version. Also, it turns out you can get Oura Rings and the sizing kits on Amazon, which will help speed up the process. The shipping straight from Oura is really fast, but you might be able to get it in a day with Amazon Prime. So I'll leave the Amazon link to the Oura Ring 5 down in the description box below. Okay, let's set that aside and take a look at the ring itself. So I went for the stealth black. I think it looks the coolest, and my wife went for the gold version. But very simple packaging, not much to say about here. Okay, so let's slide off the outer sleeve. Just a simple white box with Oura's logo stamped in here. So we're gonna pop open the lid and get a first look at the ring. What's really cool in this packaging that I almost missed is this really subtle 5 in the top of the lid. So obviously here we have the ring itself and it's sitting on its charging dock. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this base out and see what's underneath. So not much here. All we have is the Oura branded USB charging cable and then a little quick start manual with stuff you should know. And that is everything you get in the box. So we're gonna set this aside and take a closer look at the ring. So again, the ring is resting on its very sleek charging dock, which is size specific. You can actually see on the back that it says size 11 right on it. And this charging dock is also specifically made for Oura Ring 5, so it's not going to fit any previous generation. We have the little indicator light at the top that matches up with the notch on the ring, and the ring itself just sort of rests on the dock. It doesn't seem to be magnetized in any way. The dock does have a nice rubber pad on the back, which will make it helpful for staying on a nightstand or a table. All right, so let's pop the ring off and get a first look at our stealth black Oura Ring 5. So the first thing that stood out to me when I picked this ring up for the first time was just how light it is. It's made out of titanium, so I guess I should have expected it, but it's honestly shockingly light. I haven't actually weighed either of these, but just anecdotally, it feels like it weighs about 50% or maybe even 25% of what my wedding band weighs. Like honestly, my first impression of this was almost that it was too light. But after wearing it for a full day now, I definitely appreciate the size. Oura claims that this is the smallest smart ring on the market and that it's about 40% smaller than the previous generation, which I was kind of skeptical of at first, but I definitely think it lives up to that claim. This thing is just remarkably small and light, and it's just so impressive the technology that they can pack into this. This is my first Oura Ring, but I've always been interested in them. And I think one of the biggest things holding me back from getting one in the past has been the size of the ring. I was never a huge fan of the overly chunky previous versions. They're just so easy to spot on people, and you know exactly what it is, or you know that there's something up with it because of how big they are. Whereas I think that most people would never know that this is a smart ring unless you explicitly told them. And again, this is my first experience with the Oura Ring and the software behind it, but the app is pretty intuitive and easy to use, and it's fun to scroll around in here and look at all the different metrics that it's measuring. This is one of those things that I don't expect to be 100% accurate, but I'm more interested in the ballpark measurements and seeing the relative data over time. So I will have a more in-depth video and review in the future once I have a little bit more experience with this. But so far, the Oura Ring 5 has made a pretty phenomenal impression. The unboxing and setup process was super simple and easy as a new user, and I was ready to go with it in about 5 minutes after unboxing. But thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and let me know down in the comments if there's any other Oura Ring 5 videos you want me to make in the future, or if you have any questions about it that you want answered. And make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date when I release my full in-depth review on this ring. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.